We'll say hello. Alright, what is up you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to do like a Q&A. I didn't really put a specific type of Q&A, like a restriction on the type of questions. I just kind of asked on Instagram, would you rather see a Q&A or a vlog? Most of you said Q&A, and so I said ask me anything. It didn't have to be business specific or fitness specific. It could be literally anything. So you're gonna see a lot of Sophie's nose. You're a curious girl, aren't you? So we're gonna kind of dive in. I think first, so this can also be like an introductory like to my channel type of thing for maybe people who are new or just kind of somewhere on my channel to find out like who the heck am I and why am I making these random videos type of thing. So my name is Emily. I live in Boise, Idaho. I'm a photographer who specializes in weddings. Super great, 2 fur babies. You've seen Kyle, my boyfriend, in a lot of my vlogs. And I kind of just want this channel to be like a good mix of like lifestyle, photography, fitness, food. I know I'm kind of in the middle of trying to do this series of like a fitness series, like getting back on track type of thing, which I'm still doing. But I hadn't been filming and I wanted to get something out there, and I kind of figured that this could be it, and it can still be part of the series. A lot of the questions were fitness related, but some of them weren't. So we'll kind of just dive in. So let me pull it up here. Okay, so first one is, how has it been being self-employed? So for those of you who don't know, this year I did quit my day job. So I did work in a dental office for quite a while, and I took the leap to be full-time photography this year. I think it was in May that I quit my job, I'm pretty sure. And it has been incredible. Like, I kid you not, it has been like the most awesome experience, like so much growth. Like, it's just been great. I don't have any complaints. I will say sometimes it's hard. In the beginning I would get kind of like antsy, like as far as being at home all the time, and then Kyle would get home from work and I would be like, let's go do something, like I want to get out and do things. And so I've kind of learned that I do need to maybe take my work to coffee shops, or just kind of maybe take a break throughout the day. Sometimes I go to the gym, because it can be a lot being cooped up at home. I'm a homebody as is, so like I'm pretty fine with it, but there were just days in the beginning where I was so not used to it, and I was so used to like having a lot of social interaction. So that was like a huge adjustment, but it has been incredible. Having that time to focus on my business and really put forth a ton of effort made it grow like insane. Like, this has been my busiest year. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably already know that, because I don't shut up about how busy I am. But it's starting to slow down now. We've got 2 more weddings for 2019. It's going great. Let's see. Okay, so somebody said, where do you see your photography taking you in the next 5 years? And that was a really good question. Obviously, like, I've gone full-time. That was a huge leap. So I think in 5 years, I would like to be established enough to where, one, I can be traveling more. I would love to do like more, maybe like destination weddings, just more traveling in general, kind of just like growing my business outside of Idaho. And then Kyle and I have been talking a lot that we want to do some sort of business together. Maybe we've talked a lot about, like, he really wanted to like open up maybe a coffee shop, or we've talked about like a studio, like a photography studio, where it could be like half for me, and then like it could be, I don't know, part coffee, part studio, or just have a studio and that could be his thing to run, or just have some sort of business venture together. He already second shoots with me pretty often, and and you know, it's really nice to have like that bond, and it would be cool if like we could create something together. So that is a huge thing. Yeah, I'd say that is what I'd want to do. Travel more, maybe be more established, so like I can do less, like take on less weddings, but be more established so I can still like keep my lifestyle, make the money that I make, just not be as absolutely crazy busy. Yeah, and having some sort of studio space or something. I've also like, I love doing in-home sessions, so like I love Airbnbs, so whether that's if we buy a house and we renovate like a guest house into something that I can like double as a studio, just something, some sort of space, I think would be really cool. So that's where I would hope to see the biz. Next, I just rambled a lot, hopefully that made sense. What is your favorite part about your job? What's the most rewarding thing about photography? So for sure, my favorite thing is like meeting so many incredible couples. Like I have met like incredible friends through this business. Like I'm so grateful. I don't know how I get so lucky. Like if my clients are watching, you are amazing. Sophie's crying. And the most rewarding part is for sure like just the praise, I guess. Like I don't know, like after delivering a wedding and just like the reactions of the couples, you know, them saying that like their whole day was a blur, but like they're able to relive it, and just like how grateful and appreciative they are. Like I do it for you guys, for my clients, and that's the most rewarding thing, is like that I do it well and that you appreciate it, and that, you know, I'm able to capture those moments so you can remember them forever. Yeah, that's for sure the most rewarding. Let's see, what do you do to stay inspired with photography? So it's easy to get burnout when, Avery's barking now too. It's easy to get burnout when you're super busy. Like I get that. There's so many photographers posting right now. This is like the crazy season, like end of September and all through October. It's fall, it's crazy, everybody wants photos. Just finding time for yourself to be creative, whether that is with photography or not. Just being creative in general. Like I love to write too, like that's something I really am passionate about. Just finding time for yourself, and then to stay inspired with like photography specifically, I would say styled shoots, like doing things to where I run the show, I choose where we go, what you wear, who the models are, and I do something so fun and like kind of out of the box that just like is a good refresher from like the usual like wedding day or fall family session or whatever it may be. Like finding time to do things that you love, just something like a little different. You girls are ridiculous. Let's see, do you do contracts for family and close friends as well? Yes, absolutely, do contracts for everybody. That's just so important. Like you just never know, you never know with the way technology is, with just do it. Like they're gonna understand, and if they don't understand, then like don't take their photos. Like it's so easy. They need to sign a contract. Not a question, but I really need to book a private mentor session soon. Yes, that's awesome, so sweet. So if you don't already know, I offer mentor sessions, just super like fun, creative ones. We basically go and shoot, we style the shoot ourselves, we find the couple, so we shoot for an hour, then we go post up somewhere at a coffee shop or like a restaurant or a bar, whatever, and we edit, chat, you ask me anything you want, I teach you Lightroom tips. At the shoot, I help you with posing, lighting, shooting manual. It's just really fun. They're some of my favorite sessions to do. So if you're interested in that, My website will be linked below. This is a dog butt. Okay. My website will be linked below and you can fill out my contact form and we can get something planned. Let's see. Somebody just said, hi, how are you? I'm great. How are you? How did you start doing wedding photography? Well, I knew I wanted to get into weddings because I loved doing couples so much and that was like my favorite. And I just love weddings in general. So I kind of started with just doing a few for like family friends, or like I just said I only do small outdoor weddings. That's kind of how I started. And then it just kind of grew from there. You just have to have content to put out there to show that you can do it, and then you just start and you start pricing yourself maybe a little bit lower as you're learning, and you know, next thing you know it's freaking 3 years later and I'm booking weddings left and right. So you just have to get the experience and understand that you have to price yourself based on your experience. I think is really important. How do you find a motivation to eat healthy when your sweet tooth is craving sugar? So basically, like how I approach eating is I track macros, so it's like nothing is necessarily off limits. You just have to know like your macros and your calorie intake, and just like don't like be in a deficit if you want to lose weight. But good like tricks would be like frozen fruit, like sugar-free Jell-O. If I'm like really craving something and I like don't have room to play in my macros, I'll do like a vanilla Coke Zero or something. That really like curbs my craving. Tea is a great one. Tea is awesome. I always track some when I wake up and I start tracking my food. The first thing I track is the sweet thing that I want to have at the end of the night. That way I can like work my day around that, like food Tetris. If you track macros, you probably know what I'm talking about. If you guys want a video of like me a whole day like tracking my macros and how I do that, then like the video or comment or message me on Instagram, whatever, and I could do that. But definitely like allowing yourself things in moderation, and then if you think you're overdoing it, just using those little tricks like tea and Coke Zero. What's another one? Power Crunch bars. They're like a protein bar. If you freeze them, they are freaking delicious. It's like they're like a wafery bar, but when you freeze them, it's almost like ice cream. I don't know. It's so good. Let's try it. Let's see. Okay, the next one is, when are you getting married? Ask Kyle. What is your favorite lens? 35mm 1.4 for sure. Who will be your wedding photographer? I know who I want, but I am not going to say yet. We don't want to jinx anything. Tips on someone just starting out with photography. Shoot all the time. It's okay to do things for free in the beginning. Just get out there and shoot, get content. If you can invest in like a workshop or a mentorship, do that. If you can't, YouTube and Instagram is like a great resource. A lot of people put out free content. YouTube videos, there's a ton of them on like, you know, shooting manual, posing. There's so many things. You can find pretty much anything on YouTube. And just find your why. Like find why you enjoy it, why you want to do it, what your goals are, what you want it to become. And don't just go into it blind, because then it could be a much longer journey than you intended. Like, had I known my why way sooner, I probably would have progressed a lot faster. Like, I've been taking photos since like 2011, and just this year is when I quit my job. You know what I mean? Like, I was in high school, like, and I was just doing it for fun, and then I was bartending and I felt like I didn't have time, and then you know, it would go through waves of when people would inquire and they wouldn't, and I didn't know how to make it consistent, and I didn't really try to. Then when I finally started, like, okay, like, I want to do this, I'm gonna go for it and have like purpose, is when things really started progressing. So if you're serious about it, then put in the work, because it's hard, but it's worth it, right, Avery? She's just staring at me. Okay, let's answer a few more. I think that was about it. Let's go. What do you typically eat in a day? So I do have a few full days of eating videos on YouTube, but I can just kind of run through it quickly. For breakfast, see, and the thing is, I kind of mix it up, but like lately I've been loving oatmeal. I buy the Trader Joe's like prepackaged instant oatmeal with like the flaxseed and chia seeds, and it's so good. The texture is amazing. It's like way better than regular oatmeal. I don't know why. With peanut butter and berries, and then a protein shake or like an egg white omelet, like depending on how much time I have and how I'm feeling, just so you make sure you get a good protein and carb source, because that's usually either my pre or post workout, depending on if I'm going early to the gym and working out fasted, or going later and like going after I eat breakfast. So it just depends on my schedule. Lunches, so easy. I'm like the most basic eater. I'm not like the best at like giving great ideas for creative meals, because I just don't get bored of things. Like, I love rice. Like, I love plain, we buy the sushi rice from Costco, like the big bag. I could eat that for lunch and dinner every day as like my carb source, and I actually do, until Kyle starts complaining like, can we have something else besides rice? So rice and some sort of protein and some sort of vegetable, usually chicken or beef with bell peppers, asparagus, or zucchini are my go-to vegetables. Snacks, I love rice cakes, reduced fat wheat thins, fruit. I like the Faye yogurt with like berries and like a little bit of like granola or cereal or something on it. Protein shakes are just a quick snack. And yeah, and then dinners are kind of always different. Rice, sweet potato, or pasta, or like a tortilla for like burritos or tacos are like the only carb sources I really do. I don't make anything crazy because it is so hard to track something. If you make like, try to make a healthy lasagna, but do you know how hard that would be to track it? Like, I don't have time for that, and I have goals, so for now, no. When it's, you know, when I'm not really caring and I'm not tracking, then I'll get more creative, but for now, like, it's just not worth it. So yeah, so one of those things with some sort of meat. We really only eat chicken, ground beef, ground turkey, and like steak. Kyle likes pork, but I really don't. And then Kyle doesn't like fish, and I like shrimp. I'll eat shrimp for lunch sometimes, but I've never been able to get on that whole rice and tilapia bro diet thing. I'm just not about it. We'll see. And a vegetable. Yeah, so that probably wasn't very helpful, but go watch some of my previous videos if you're curious, like what I eat. Maybe I'll do a what I eat in a day next, like a little vlog. I might do like a Halloween vlog, and kind of include like what I eat. Yeah, because I'll probably, so lately I've only been having one like cheat day a week. But this last week I had two, because we had a party on Saturday, and then Sunday I was so hungover there was no way I was tracking my food. So this week, I don't know if Halloween will be my cheat day or if something this weekend will. We'll see. So that's another thing, is not cheat day, cheat meal. I'm sorry, treat meal, whatever. People get all weird when you say cheat because it means it's bad. I don't really care. But, I lost my train of thought. Oh, if you're like trying to get healthy, trying to eat better, still like allow yourself one meal a week that like you don't worry about, just for your sanity, because you're still gonna see progress, especially if you like plan around it. Eat good the whole day before that, whether it's on a Saturday you're gonna order pizza or sushi or something, or you're gonna go out to dinner and you want to get a burger, like that's fine in moderation. Like, I don't know, I went through phases of like, I can't go out to eat because I'm trying to track, and then you're just like miserable and you miss out on things, and you don't want to do that. So just find your balance. But I think that's all the questions that I had. Yeah, those were it. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you want me to do another Q&A, I would do it. This was all right. This wasn't too bad. I was thinking it was going to be much more awkward than it was. When I first started my YouTube channel, I did like record one of these and then I never used the footage because I was like, nope, too awkward, can't do it. I think I've gotten a little bit more used to talking to you guys now, but yeah. Thanks for watching. Maybe we'll see you for a Halloween vlog. I want to film some workouts next week. I just have not. The days that I have somebody with me, I'm not feeling recording, and then the days I want to record, I'm alone and I'm like too scared to try to figure out, like, I'm not gonna set up a tripod at the gym. Like, I don't want people looking at me. So we'll do some workouts, some full days of eating, a little Halloween vlog maybe. Comment what other kind of videos you want to see or other questions you have if I didn't answer them. Yeah, love you so much. Okay, bye. Say we love you. Thanks for watching my mom. Yeah, we love you. Say bye. Say bye, Sophie.